No two projects in their build archive are alike, but each and every one of them is genuinely spectacular in its own way. Be they old or new, such entities are always a true delight for us to look at, especially when they're as neat as this monochromatic 2014 Honda CB1100 EX. The bike was put together by Ma and Lou back in 2019, being the first 4-cylinder machine they'd ever worked on. Of course, the CB1100 EX provided an excellent basis for the retro aesthetic two LOUD specialists were going for. Its air-cooled 1,140 cubic centimeters inline-four has plenty of grunt to play with, as well, spawning up to 89 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 67 pound-feet of torque lower down the rev range. As such, there was no need for the Taiwanese gurus to fiddle with the engine internals in any way. They did perform some intake and exhaust mods, though, with the former consisting of twin aftermarket pod filters from K&N, whereas the CB1100's original exhaust headers have been kept. Its chunky mufflers were deleted to make room for smaller reverse megaphone replacements. To let the 4-banger make the most of this new equipment, Dynojet supplied a Power Commander V fuel mapping module. Custom-made mounting hardware keeps the engine where it belongs, and the motorcycle's rear end is now home to a bespoke loop-style subframe built in-house. Above it lies a gorgeous black leather saddle with room for one, joined by a svelte rear fender a bit further back. There's a Bates-style LED taillight and a simple license plate bracket attached to the mudguard, along with aftermarket turn signals hanging off the subframe tubing on the flanks. Most of the electronics are stashed in the upper section of the subframe triangle, hidden well out of sight by some very interesting side panels. Even the CB1100's new fuel tank is a bespoke item manufactured from scratch, hosting a digital MotoGadget Motoscope Mini Speedo in front of the filler cap. The tank was built to work with the OEM fuel pump, but the latter had to be relocated for the whole setup to come together. A large chunk of the wiring now runs through the frame tubing, and it is connected to a lithium-ion battery sourced from Yore. In the cockpit area, the wires are hidden inside the handlebar for an ultra-clean look, though the minimalistic appearance is also achieved thanks to bespoke CNC machine triple clamps, fresh controls, and plain rubber grips. Moreover, the shiny clutch and brake master cylinders were provided by Custom Tech. Ma and his teammate did away with the bike's front fender, installing a drilled aluminum fork brace in its stead. The drilled pattern is echoed on various other accessories, too, including the custom rear sets, chain guard, and muffler brackets. As for the front turn signals, they're attached to the CB1100's frame right behind an aftermarket oil cooler. Unsprung territory is still home to the stock wheels and brakes, but the Nissan calipers were polished to a mirror finish and the rims got wrapped in retro-style rubber with sawtooth tread patterns. The tires are Adler Classics originating from Duro's inventory, and the swing arm had to be widened before the rear unit could fit. Adjustable gears racing shock absorbers with HyperPro springs linked the swing arm to the subframe, offering refined handling characteristics compared to the standard parts. Finishing things off at the front is a smaller headlamp with vintage looks, sitting on tailor-made brackets fashioned by Too Loud Custom. Their classy CB uses cool little touches from front to back and head to toe, with all the metal bits wearing polished, brushed, or chromed finishes. Then there is the understated, yet unbelievably elegant color scheme worn by the fuel tank and rear fender. It's a tasteful mixture of black and silver complemented by white and gold highlights, all forming a cohesive visual package we can't get enough of. Teeny pinches of gold can also be spotted elsewhere, but you'll need to look closely before they become evident. Ma and Lou spared absolutely no expense on their quest to deliver something extraordinary here, and their painstaking labor clearly paid off in the end. Even though the CB1100 EX is a great-looking motorcycle in its stock iteration, 2LOUD's reworked specimen really takes things to the next level from a visual standpoint. Mind you, such wonderful ventures are just business as usual for this two-man dream team from Taiwan.